I had no intentions of making a YouTube video today, but I feel like this is a very important topic because so many people are talking about the YouTube dislike button, and I have to be one of the only content creators that just does not see the big deal. I do not understand why people are so upset by this. And honestly, some of the arguments I've heard about like why they're upset has triggered me. But it's because it's given especially smaller creators false information and more anxieties over growing their channels, because a lot of the times when YouTube makes changes and changes the algorithms and updates to the system, it really does affect smaller creators the most. And I want you to know it's not as big of a deal as everybody's making it out to be. So I'm gonna give my thoughts on YouTube removing the dislike button, the truth about it, and why YouTube's doing it, and really like what you actually need to focus on, because this is not one of them. Okay, so let's start with YouTube's decision on doing this. Now, one, I thought this was already done because I believe about 6 months ago, YouTube announced they were testing things out, but they officially started rolling things out as of the 10th, I believe, or the 11th. It was announced on the 10th, 11th. In the last 48 hours, it has been pushed out. There's an entire blog post on YouTube if you want to read it, but I'll just paraphrase. Basically, what they're doing is they are hiding dislikes to be able to deter what's known as dislike targeting and basically help make the platform a more positive experience. Now, people have reworded this and basically said that they're removing the dislike button, and that's simply not true. If you scroll down below this video right now, what you should see, I'm not sure if it's actually in effect or when you're watching this, but you should see the like button, and if you hit like, you'll see the number of likes. So you can publicly see how many people have liked this video based on how many people have viewed. And then you should see the dislike button. You can still click the dislike button, but what you'll see underneath is it says dislike. So it's not going to show you the number of people who have actually disliked this video. So YouTube is saying that they're doing it because there is a lot, and I've actually been a victim of dislike targeting, but there is what's known as dislike targeting going around. And again, it really does affect smaller creators. Smaller creators get hit the most when it comes to these, and there really is no rhyme or reason for them. I remember when it happened to me, it was because of a video right after I uploaded a collab and the people didn't like the person I collabed with. So it had nothing to do with me, but it was because I was associated with this person. They didn't like the person, and so they took it out on my next video. Some people just do it because they have a personal thing against you. Maybe it's somebody from your hometown or school or whatever it is. Maybe somebody you work with who, you know, it could be a number of things. It could even just be trolls. Some people just do this. Hi, my son is in here. Now, again, YouTube basically just wants to make this a more positive environment, positive place, and being a part or being attacked by these groups who just go around disliking videos just to do it does not promote a positive experience, and as a content creator can be very discouraging at times, especially if it keeps repeatedly happening to you. So they're hoping now that people cannot see the actual number of dislikes, it will deter people from getting a thrill of saying like, oh, I caused this person to get 100 dislikes on a video. On the other side of that, I have heard viewers say that they are irritated that YouTube is not showing the number of dislikes, because then how are they supposed to know if this video is good or not? But here's my thought on that. You can't understand what a person is thinking when they hit dislike. And it could be more than just like, this video sucks, you know? It could be a number of things. It could be the way that the person shot. It could be the way that the person speaks. It could be the fact that the person is the way they are. It could be the music the person chose, right? Which has nothing to do with the content itself. It just has to do with my personal opinion on why I didn't like this video. But without a comment to back up that dislike, as a viewer, that dislike does not tell me anything. And I don't watch a video or click off of a video if I see a certain number of dislikes. I form my own opinions, and I can't do that unless I watch a video. So that's just my thought on that, and the whole argument of like, how am I supposed to know if this video sucks? How do you know if the video sucks with dislikes? Like, you don't know why the person disliked the video, right? And I actually have two prime examples of this, personal examples that have been done to me, where one could have deterred a person from watching my video and it had nothing to do with the content, while the other definitely had something to do with the content and would have given the actual opinion. So this past week, I made a video on this channel and I had audio issues. And so the tones actually changed. And one person commented and said that that mattered to them. The fact that it sounded like two different audios mattered, and it was a bit distracting. And so I took that as very constructive criticism, because at that time I could not remake my video, and so I decided to just release it as is. I didn't think it was that big of a deal, but I got feedback that it was that big of a deal. And so as a creator, I know next time if I'm having the same audio issues, just refilm the whole video, even if it means that my video is not going to go out per schedule, because that's what's important to my audience. Now, that person could have just disliked my video, and that would have basically said like there's something wrong with my video, because she had every right to. But I, as a creator, would not have known what to change because there was no feedback. It's just a dislike. And sometimes as content creators, we see dislikes and we can just like hyper focus on that because we don't know what's wrong, right? They didn't leave a comment. And so without that comment to really back up why you didn't like my video, there's nothing I can really do about it but overthink everything I did in that video. Now, on the other hand, I have had people on my motherhood channel dislike my videos simply for who I am and who my family is. We are a mixed race family. My kids look more like my husband, who is white, than they do like me. And I have had people basically say that I'm not their mother. How does it feel to look like their nanny? Are you gonna get bored with them and give them back, thinking that I adopted them? Like, all of these crazy things, right? And so if those people disliked my video, it's simply because they just don't like me and my family and the way we look. It has nothing to do with my content. So again, as a viewer, you don't know this unless you read the comments, and unless those comments are left. The dislike means nothing, in my opinion. And as a content creator, like, I can still right now, if you can't see publicly how many people dislike my video, I can still go into my back office and see if people dislike my video, which means they didn't like it. So I don't know, that argument wasn't strong enough for me to be like, oh, YouTube, please put it back. Because again, comments mean more to me if you liked it or did not like my video than likes and dislikes ever will. So going back to one of the biggest reasons, because I was not going to talk on this topic, but I, have heard now that, okay, we're going to see a decrease in engagement, which as a smaller content creator, engagement on your videos and on your channel is so important to help the algorithm push out your content more, which engagement comes from likes, dislikes, shares, comments, views, saves, and subscribers. So with the inability to dislike, because people are saying that YouTube removed the dislike button, that obviously would decrease your engagement, but that's just not true. YouTube did not remove the dislike button. You can still dislike. You just cannot see the number on somebody's video, but the engagement is still there if people still click dislike. But again, as a content creator, you can still go into your back office. I believe in the mobile studio, it was removed a couple months back, but in your actual YouTube studio, you can go into content. Off to the side, you'll see a percentage, hover over that, and you'll see the number of likes and number of dislikes on that video. We can still make decisions as a content creator if we're seeing that, our videos have had a higher number of dislikes, which again, now that it has deterred dislike targeting, we can now make more informed decisions, because if we're seeing like, okay, I published this video, a ton of people disliked it, let's see what's going on, let's read the comments, let's make a poll, let's talk to my audience, like, what was it, the topic? Was it something I said, right? Let's see how I can fix this or how to move forward and not have a video that they disliked so much. The last thing I kind of wanted to talk about too is what the actual purpose of the rating system is. And as a content creator, why I'm not too focused on likes and dislikes, and what you should actually focus on instead to see continued success on your channel. So number one, the rating system is not really to push a content creator's algorithm or a video higher or lower in search results. At one point it did, it was like a direct correlation, but because the algorithm has changed so much, there's so many variables that go into how high the algorithm is going to rank a video. Even a person's watch history. If you opened up your search browser or YouTube right now, you go to search and you search for something, and then go to your mom's computer or your boyfriend's computer or your spouse's computer, whatever it is, log into their account and look up the same thing, the search results are going to kind of be different, and it's going to be based off of your guys' search history is different. So it's not just the rating system. It doesn't mean if somebody dislikes your video, you're going to get pushed down in search. It just simply means that the person didn't like something about your video, and you have to figure it out to see how you can make it better in the future. So what it really does though is if I like a video, it tells the algorithm what to recommend to me next. It actually affects the viewer more than it affects the content creator. And the reason why it puts so much emphasis on the audience instead of the content creator is because the algorithm is literally built around your audience. So as a viewer, the algorithm's main purpose is to keep me on the platform. It's not made to like sabotage a content creator like we all think, like, oh, the algorithm's against me. No, the algorithm's not even focused on you as a creator. It's focused on your audience. It's focused on the viewer. It wants to know what the user's or viewer's behavior is, so it knows what to do next. It wants to know, did I dislike this video? Because if I did, then it's going to recommend these videos. But if I liked it, then it's going to recommend these videos, because it just wants to keep us, the viewer, on the platform longer. It does not want to sabotage the content creator. So with that being said, as a content creator, if you want to grow faster, if you want to rank higher, if you want to reach your next milestone, focusing on the likes and dislikes and what YouTube is publicly showing on videos is not something that's going to help you. What you need to do is focus on what the algorithm focuses on, and that's your audience. You want to pay attention to your audience's behavior, and if you are seeing a high number of dislikes on a video, ask why. Because again, without comments and without direct feedback, there is nothing we can do about it, right? You're just going to obsess over that dislike, and it's not going to help you. So if you have the community tab, ask them what they didn't like about it. Ask in the comments. You're allowed to comment and like pin a comment. Be like, hey, I'm seeing a lot of dislikes on this video. What's going on? Why? Get on whatever other platform you're on. If you're on Twitter, if you're on Instagram, talk to your audience and engage with your audience and make adjustments that make them want to watch more of your videos and keep them on the platform longer, because that is going to help you out so much more than focusing on the fact that YouTube took away public dislike views. Like, the button's still there. You just, as a viewer, can't see how many people disliked a video. But I know there's a lot of videos on this topic. I actually haven't watched any yet. I've just kind of read some comments. I've obviously read the blog article when it comes to YouTube, so I'll leave that down in the description box below. But I would love to know your opinion on this and your thought process. And maybe I'm missing something. Maybe it's me and it's like, Tiffany, you're missing the whole point. So let me know in the comments. I would love to have a discussion around this topic with you. But I hope this kind of eased some of the anxiety you may have been feeling, because at the end of the day, it shouldn't really affect you all that much. Also, you can see my child is still in here, and being professional for the last 10 minutes has been very hard. So with that being said, make sure to check out this video next, so this way you can grow your channel even faster and get out there, make some content, and let's grow together.